So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Season 3 is here, and this is going to be sort of my review. Now, you might be wondering, what do you mean review? The season just started. I think what I want to try to do, and I'm open to your guys' feedback, is I want to try to do reviews of multiplayer seasons, right? Because sometimes there's not a lot of big story-based games coming out. I do like to, you know, give my own thoughts and opinions on different kind of things like that. I like to make reviews and just give my personal thoughts. Reviews are subjective at the end of the day. So I thought, why not review multiplayer seasons? You guys can let me know if you think that's a stupid idea or if it's a great idea down in the comments below. And also keep in mind, this is just one man's, you know, opinion, one man's subjective experience. You may love something, I may hate it, and vice versa. Or we may both love it, or we may both hate it. At the end of the day, that's what makes reviews so fun, is that it's just someone sharing their opinion. Now, in terms of the timing, right? Well, the season just started, you know, that's kind of the point. I don't want to wait till the end. I want to review the seasons towards the beginning as much as I can after I've experienced as much of the content as I possibly can, you know, am able to, because if you do it by the end, then what's the point of the review at that point, right? The review's whole point is like, well, what does this person think about this season? Maybe it's something that I was gonna pass over, but, you know, based on this person's thoughts, maybe I'm intrigued to check it out for myself, or maybe I just want to skip it or whatever else. That's kind of the idea. So again, if you guys have a better format, let me know. I also understand that with Call of Duty, there is the mid-season updates, right? Reloaded, if you will. I think that that's going to be considered a different kind of, you know, update, if you will. I think that there's like the main season, and then there's the Reloaded, which is its own content, which could be its own review with Call of Duty. With other games, it could be different. So now that I got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump straight into this. All right. First things first, we got a bunch of different maps, right? Let's talk about the maps really quick. So we have 3 maps, 3, right? I believe it is at the very beginning of the season. We're gonna have more throughout the season, of course, as well. The road map tells us that we have Emergency 6v6, which I've played a bunch of. We also have 6 Star, which I've also played a bunch of. I really like 6 Star. We also have Tanked, which I haven't had come up in rotations. I actually had to go into private match to kind of mess around with Tanked a little bit. Tanked is really cool. It reminds me of a map. I think it was from Advanced Warfare. I don't know if it doesn't say remaster on that one. There is Grow House that says remastered. That one doesn't say remastered, but it reminds me of, I think it was Zoo or something, and I can't remember which game it was. If you guys know what I'm talking about, please do let me know, because it's been bugging me trying to figure out you know, which one it's from. All that to say, it's a pretty cool map. Tanked is nice. I like the aquarium in the middle. You know, that's cool. The sort of outline, if you will, the structure of the map. You got your typical, mostly like 3v3 kind of lanes. And that's that. Now, in terms of 6 Star, I love the environment. I'm a sucker for you know, big, vibrant, beautiful colors and bright colors. I'm like a kid, okay? I love that. I'm like the kind of guy that's gonna be like, you know, Lord willing, if I live long enough, I'll be that 60, 70, 80-year-old that's just watching cartoons or something, you know, still, or whatever. I love that. That's why I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I love it. I like that aesthetic. It's really appealing to me. That could be something different for every person. In terms of the actual structure of the map, I think it's structured pretty well. You know, it's a little bit more close quarters in some parts, and a little bit more chaotic than a map like Emergency, which has a little bit more kind of, you know, long range areas. I think Emergency, I would call it personally more of like a medium sort of kind of, you know, mix of close quarters and a little bit more of long range, maybe leaning towards a longer range. And then 6 Star, I feel like it's a little bit more close quarters with, yeah, it's pretty much close quarters. I'm trying to think, and I'm like, there's not really a lot of areas that's really long range. It's pretty CQC, close quarter combat sort of map, and I really like it. I like that. I like the fast pacedness of it. And then Emergency, I think, is a really fun map as well. Aesthetically, I'm not like crazy about Emergency. It does remind me a little bit in some weird way. I don't know why, but it feels familiar to what was it? I think it was Prison from Advanced Warfare. I forget what the map was called, but it was the prison essentially. There's elements of it that for some reason just remind me of that map. I don't know if it's inspired by it. Maybe it is. I haven't paid attention a lot to the blog posts lately, I'll be honest. 2024, I've been spending a lot of time just studying biblical things and just kind of not gaming a lot. And I just thought, hey, let's get back into it a little bit and check out season 3. So that's that. It's multiplayer pretty good. Capture the flag. I mean, it's capture the flag. There's not a lot to say. It's capture the flag. It's a little bit annoying because half of the time you're getting teamed up with people that just do not play objective. Capture the flag is a very, very heavily objective based mode, and if you don't have teammates that are playing the objective, then it's just extremely frustrating. And that's that. But the mode itself is great. If you can team up with some people and get some actually decent teammates you can communicate with that aren't just going to be running around in circles not knowing what they're doing, like a chicken with its head cut off, then it'd be a great time, or a better time. With pubs, it's a throw up, it's a toss up, hit or miss, if you're getting teamed up with random teammates. But a CTF, I'm glad to see it back. It's a lot of fun. One in the chamber, I actually didn't get to try. I was looking for it. Maybe I'm just dumb and I don't know where it is. I mean, the UI in Modern Warfare 2 and 3 is not exactly good. But I've looked all over the place. I can't seem to find it. And so maybe that's just me. But one in the chamber has always been a lot of fun. I really do enjoy one in the chamber. I've always enjoyed one in the chamber. I think it's a great mode, and so I hope I can actually try it. But I don't see why I would say anything bad about it, because it's a mode that I've enjoyed since the Black Ops 1 days, right? That's when it was first introduced. Moving on from that, Modern Warfare Zombies, we don't actually have anything right now at launch. Everything is in season, so we are going to be getting new story mission, new Dark Ether Rift, new Warlord, new classified schematics, all that. But that's not right now, so we can't talk anything about zombies. That's kind of irrelevant to our conversation today. In terms of, there's new equipment. I'll be honest, I didn't try all the new equipment. I looked at it. Some of it's interesting. Some of it is just not fit to my playing style personally, so I didn't really care to kind of throw it on. So I'm not going to give like a crazy review with that. But it's interesting. We got the compression carrier, the modular assault rig, the gunslinger vest, the reinforced boots, excuse me, and the high gain antenna. So we have some interesting new perks, a lot of variety added to the perks in here. We have new equipment that's going to be coming in season. Again, it's not right now, and a new field upgrade. We're going to be getting enhanced vision goggles and EMD mine, but again, that's not right now. We also have new aftermarket parts as well, and all that good stuff. New weapons. So the weapons get interesting here. Some of them, I'll be honest, some of them I didn't try a whole lot. Some of them were just weapons I picked up off the ground. So we got like the FJX Horus, which is an SMG, the BAL 27, which I actually don't know I don't remember which classification of weapon that is. The Gladiator, it's just a melee weapon. It's cool, but it's basically just a melee weapon. And then the Moors Sniper, that's the one I tried the most. I fooled around with it a little bit. The footage you guys are probably going to see as B-roll, hadn't really leveled it up yet, so I hadn't really kind of in this footage unlocked any special attachments or anything like that. I was just going basic, basically just like base weapon. But it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. It has sort of like an electric shot. I believe the Moors is actually from Advanced Warfare, if I remember correctly. I'm actually gonna look it up right now. Yeah, it's from Advanced Warfare. So that's a weapon that they brought back from Advanced Warfare. We heard about that this was gonna take place at the beginning of Modern Warfare 3. That we would be getting some Advanced Warfare stuff, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I really enjoy that weapon. Is it the best sniper? I mean, it's subjective, right? But I think it's a fun weapon. Beyond that, we're gonna get to the battle pass in a second. I'm thinking I'm gonna conclude with the battle pass, but I want to go to Resurgence, Warzone, if you will, right? Because we got some new features in Warzone. I've heard a lot of mixed thoughts and opinions on Resurgence, and I'll be quite honest with you. Although a lot of people seem to be complaining to some extent about it, I love it. I'm one of the people that love it, and I'm going to explain why to you. And let me just preface this by saying, I think most of the time that I've spent in Modern Warfare 3 Season 3 so far was probably in Resurgence Rebirth Island. Because it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I played a bunch of just kind of pubs, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just jump into ranked, because I seen that there was actually ranked for Resurgence. I thought, I wasn't sure that if there was. I knew there was for Warzone, and then I seen it for Resurgence, and I had a bunch of fun with that. Currently about to hit gold. Again, I haven't played a ton. I haven't sunk like 100 hours into this season, but I think I played enough to give my own thoughts and opinions on it. I like it. I mean, Rebirth Island I've always enjoyed because it's kind of a smaller map. It's a little bit quicker pace than your typical Warzone maps, which are very, very, very big. And so I like that, right? It also makes for a little bit kind of maybe quicker games to some extent. And there's also, because it's Resurgence, there is an ability to respawn. So if you're solo, you get to respawn once. If you are in duos, trios, quads, you know, with teammates, you can respawn multiple times. And the way it works is that if your teammate, let's say like, you know, your teammate's dead, right? And your teammate's going to respawn. If you're moving, you get a movement bonus. So their timer reduces quicker if you're moving around, or if you're getting, you know, points by getting, you know, cracking people, you know, getting, you know, downs, kills, whatever. That's going to reduce their timer as well. Every time you die, the timer gets higher and higher and higher. And the only way, from what I've witnessed, and I could be wrong on this, but the only way that I've witnessed being able to be completely, I guess, wiped out is if your whole squad dies before anyone gets to respawn. Then you're wiped out and you got to move on. Otherwise, there's going to come a point in the game where the resurgence is done. Like you're not going to be able to respawn anymore. So that's going to happen at some point as well. So there's kind of like, I don't know, it's a nice little mixture. I've heard a lot of people complaining, saying like, oh, it's just like Camp City. What I've found is like it's a nice balance between you know, pacing, right? It's not just super fast paced, and I don't think it's entirely campy either. I think there's strategy implemented with this map, where it's like you're not just constantly rushing, but you're not just entirely camping either. That has not been my experience with it personally. It's been a little bit of a mixture of both. I think it's a fine balance that I think personally I like. Now, again, this is subjective. Some people might want, you know, more kind of campy style. Some people might want more kind of like fast-paced, less campy style. Everybody's going to be different. I like this map. I like this mode. I think it's the most fun I've had with any kind of Warzone in a while, to be honest with you. And that's just my personal opinion. Moving on from that, though, real quick, we also have new features in Warzone Rebirth Island. So we have the field upgrade, the squad rage, which basically gives rage for your whole squad. It's interesting. I've used that, you know, a few times. There's also variable time of day that they've implemented, but I've typically only ever really seen it be you know, normal kind of time of day. So I haven't really experienced any variable time of day personally. Weirdly, maybe I'm just, I don't know, unless I didn't pay attention, but I haven't really seen that. We have the perk package specialist. We have a kill streak, which is foresight. Oh, sorry, those are in season. Yeah, those are in season. It's going to be coming. So that's not there right now. New biometric scanner. That's an interesting little kind of, you know, machine that you can kind of go to. You get a, you know, scan your biometrics. You get a special key card. You can use it at like, you know, buy stations, different things like that. So that's interesting. New contracts and all that. And I think that's pretty much it for Warzone for the most part. So again, I'm having a lot of fun with that. I think it's a lot of fun. The last thing to talk about is going to be the battle pass itself. Now, I don't think the battle pass is great. I think it's kind of lackluster this season, honestly. If I was to, you know, if I was to give a rating just on the season pass, I don't know. I'm basing it mainly off like the skins and the weapons, right? All the kind of smaller stuff. You know, obviously you're gonna get your COD XP. COD points. You're gonna get your double XP tokens as well. Different things like that. I think the skins are boring. I think having celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj and all that, I think it's super cringe. I'm personally of the thought that I hate that. I think it's dumb. Give us really cool skins, sure, but give us skins of like different kinds of celebrities. It's just super cringy to me. I just hate it, man. I hate seeing like, and again, especially if you don't like these kind of you know, celebrities and stuff, it just cringes you, and I'm not a fan. Okay, I'm just not a fan. Now you can hate me for that if you want. I don't like that. I think it's stupid. And so to have Snoop Dogg, especially in the battle pass, I think is just dumb. Give us really cool skins, you know, like that's all I care about. Just give us really cool skins, you know, like look at how Fortnite does it. The weapons, like I said, I've already talked about. I think they're really cool weapons. Does make the battle pass completely worth it? Not necessarily. But like I said, the actual like skins, there's a cool wolf guy at the very end. That's probably the coolest one. But besides that, the skins are very boring and very lackluster. And honestly, I think this battle pass is probably like a 5 out of 10. It's not a good battle pass. So this battle pass doesn't do the season justice. Obviously, you can play the season content without the battle pass. But I mean, obviously, you're not going to be able to capitalize on things like the new weapons unless you pick them up. So there is that. But yeah, I don't like the battle pass. So all in all, I think it's a solid season. I don't think it's like the best season ever. I think the maps so far, and again, we're judging this right out of the gate, right? So I think the maps are a lot of fun. I think that I enjoy the maps that are there. The weapons I have tried, I enjoy. I really like Rebirth Island. Obviously, I am a fan of Capture the Flag. I'm just not a fan of bad teammates that don't know how to play Capture the Flag. But like, we've all been there. I get it. Okay, I get it. We've all been there. And all in all, I think it's probably just based on the content. The battle pass is like dumbing it down a little bit. If it was a really good battle pass, I might give this like an 8 personally, because I think I really do like the maps, and I really do like the content that's in there. Now maybe that's because I took a little bit of a break and I skipped season 2 entirely, I'll be honest. So maybe there's that. I just have really fresh eyes. I don't know. But I don't know. I think the season so far at the time of recording this, and again, keep in mind, I am a generous reviewer. I gotta figure that out. I gotta hash that out. I sometimes give a little bit too high of a score for things, but I think it's safe to say it's probably like a 7. It's probably like a 7 out of 10. It's not a horrible season, but it's not a great season, but I think it's solid, where it's, solid 7 out of 10. A 7 for me might be a 6.5 for other people. So take it as you will. Those are my thoughts on Modern Warfare 3 Season 3. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Is it a fair score? Would you give it higher, lower? What are your thoughts on the season? And do you want to see me do more reviews of seasonal stuff in multiplayer games? And if so, do you like this format where, maybe I play it for a few days, the first week or so, and then review it? Or do you think I should be taking more time with it? Only review it at the very end, which I think is kind of defeating half of the purpose. Again, I'm open to you guys' feedback. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and hope to see you guys soon. Another one. Tell your friends. Game on. Thanks for watching. Hey you! What are you doing? Join the Skeleton Army! Do it today! Don't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow might never come. The Earth is gonna fade, that's inevitable. The next second of your life's not even promised, so you better think about where you're going, and you might as well just join the Skeleton Army. Plus, we do kind of like you a little bit, so it'd be nice to see you around here. But if you don't want to, hey, your loss. See you later!